if in the rules ghost story, give yourself an ability to edit, how would you make it up? I traveled to a strange story about rules. The 100 lucky winners selected here requires editing an ability yourself. The price is to be monitored by the whole people. If you are guessed, you will die. I seem to have found a bug. The rules don't say a word limit. A second ago, I was at home watching the war on top. There is a discussion about who is more powerful, Red Dog or Whitebeard. And the next second, I traveled to this strange rule story. A few rules popped up in my head. I can understand the other rules, only the last one. Let's speak. You might as well give me a nest to eat. If he can't keep it, he will change the rules at any time. People have to bow their heads in strange stories. I still think about it. How to edit your own abilities. Look around. I am in a modern parallel world. It seems that there are some violations of law and discipline. The ability of great lethality cannot be used. My surroundings. 99 others, the lucky ones who are inexplicably coming into this world, is also in the fan of confusion. Thankfully, the editing ability gave us plenty of time. I was thinking about it, how to make the ability complex enough. There was a silly vacancy next to him and suddenly drove back. Rob, I can be invisible. As the words fell, the body slowly disappeared in front of everyone's eyes. I guess his ability is invisibility. The crowd who guessed the answer jumped up with joy, and the buddy who doesn't speak carelessly. No, he must make it appear silently in front of everyone. Didn't you look at the rules? How can there be such a stupid deficiency with the death of the first lucky one? The rest of the people understood in addition to being frightened. The ability cannot be discovered by the watchers. It's just that everyone can't hear it. Come to this world of strange stories. There is not even a place to live. Watcher is everyone, all you can meet. It's scary to think about. A question suddenly came to my mind. Can the ability be as long as it is? As long as you can remember? Isn't this coming to life? My ability has to meet a few conditions. First, it should be cool. How can it be done without fancy? The second is to have a certain combat effectiveness or defense power. In case of an accident, you can parry twice. After all, it's a world of rules and strange talks. The third is to be able to get money, or the ability itself is good for employment. But I decided to go straight to the money directly. It's relatively easy to do. Who still works? For concealment is required. It must not be observed. Even in the later stage of doubt completeness competition, make sure there is enough hidden information. I will also look forward to the words of 5. So my ability is when I not. Kinchu shen mao zi hai u chung yuk, chen yin yin yin. Shu shen mao yin. Shout, who? Will we repair the dam? My skin creates absolute defense. Till my next P, Yuri will have an extra 0, 666 ml out of thin air, and lose 5 hairs, 3 eyebrows, metabolize an additional 100 red blood cells. An hair and eyebrows fall to the ground. There are 8 E. coli bacteria randomly born in the world, and 2 paramecia. When the metabolism of an additional 100 red blood cells is complete, a G20 molecule will appear out of thin air in the sky, and 990 yuan in my bank card. I have long learned Mr. Ghost Shark's ceiling gesture. These watchers are just studying this. It will take a while. Since there are no restrictions on the ability to use, I definitely want to try it. With a sound of who repaired the dam, shouted out the surveillance around him and couldn't help but be excited. I know this nunjutsu, the art of water escaping the great falls. His ability is the art of water, escape waterfall. Everyone saw that I didn't spray water out of my mouth. Start the analysis. Did I hide something when editing the ability? Some people speculate that my ability is a light seal that does not spray water. Some people also speculate that my ability is after the seal, spraying water for too long. Varied guessed for a long time. None of them are involved. I don't bother to pay attention to them. They can't limit us with behavior anyway. Can only be passively observed. Delayed for a while. The remaining dozens of lucky people like me, ability editing is also completed. Unfortunately, among them were several little girls and old men. I don't even understand what the ability is. Naturally, editing can't produce anything. Soon he was gossiped. The tongue guessed it, harassed by the will of the world. There's a lucky one. The brain is also spinning fast. He edits his abilities. It is a sense of existence that is so stiff that no one can detect it. Too bad for the monitors. It seems to have been experienced many times. Such a national guessing game, although they were not aware of it. The lucky one with a low sense of existence. Those monitors are still following the procedure. I read a long list one by one. The ability that once troubled them. This includes the decrease in the presence of their persons. I can't delay any longer. I have to find a toilet quickly. The second half of my ability hasn't been activated yet. I have to find a place to stay at night. Dinner should also be good. A little effort. A dozen more lucky people in the novice area died. House watchers are too experienced. A professional team was even organized. Analyze us to the point of every move. Those lucky people who were unfortunately erased. It is to die on the wrong question set. These people reduce their presence, disappeared from view. It cannot be seen or spoken. An indescribable rule class ability. All described. Although abilities are created at will, but it can't beat the will of the world to talk about the rules. Some outrageous abilities. It simply did not take effect. For trouble, someone wants to pinch a gesture. You can return to the real world. This kind of ability, editing, naturally failed. What is not dead? An ability that no one can kill. Naturally, it cannot take effect. Ultimately, we are just toys pulled by the strange talk world. It's just for him to play and have fun. Naive luck who can't figure out the root cause. There is no breath of death. I went to the toilet comfortably. Withdraw a huge amount of 990 yuan. The effort to go to the toilet. The lucky ones have all completed the ability editing. At this time, new rules came again. Supplementary rule watchers, please return to normal life and don't disturb the language. Those with special abilities can guess the answer and recite it silently in their hearts. I'm quite satisfied with this rule. To be honest, I was surrounded by a large number of people every day. It's like watching a monkey. Fortunately, I am not a social terrorist. Otherwise, this alone would be more uncomfortable than erasure. Someone must have noticed I have an extra 990 yuan in my bank card. But so what? At most, some people guess I built the Dam of India and hung. Hey, there are 990 more in the bank card. Miss by a mile. I don't believe anyone can observe it in detail. Look at how many hairs I lost while going to the bathroom. A few eyebrows. I'm not afraid that I will forget. The easiest to confuse is the seal gesture. I remember it very clearly. 0666. Old iron. Naturally, I will not forget. Birthday on May 3rd. 5 hairs and 3 eyebrows. 558 E, Koi 532. Paramecia. 100 hemoglobin. Change 990 plus a drop of water. Perfect. After going to the toilet come out, I saw the lucky ones who were still alive. It has gathered into several piles. Keep yourself temporarily safe. This kind of liveliness, naturally, I want to be ling-yiling. Out is talking. It is a man in a suit and tie. We are calling on everyone to help each other unite to face this chasing situation together. Some people responded, but more of a wait-and-see approach, except for survival. Now, the problem that everyone needs to face directly is what's for dinner, where to stay. A few people's abilities are probably related to making money. At this time, they are unwilling to use it. The more you use, the more you're exposed. No matter how you edit it. After all, there are traces to follow. In case the ability is exposed in order to solve the temporary dilemma, I can't row and the rules are said. Only one of us survived. The suspension bridge effect is not easy to use. Everyone is in opposition. The man in the suit saw that the situation was not according to his own design. Think about the plan. Think about the plan. Jumping up and down encourages everyone to unite. It's a pity that the harvest is cold. At this time, an old man appeared to stabilize the situation. No one wants to die. But unity is too hard. After all, you can only live one in the end. I propose to work in groups of several people who unfortunately passed away. Others bring the last words back to reality. Everyone thought for a moment. Most of the people agreed with the old man's suggestion. However, the problem arises again. Everyone is poor only with clothes. I can't even add a contact information, even if it's a suicide note. Not even a pen or paper. Isn't this what happens when people appear in front of people? Everyone has a mobile phone. Contact agreements are also convenient. I'll take care of the money. I feel very safe in my own way. It's nothing to be generous. I have 990 in my hand. How many mobile phones can you buy? The big deal is to urinate again. I directly led everyone who was willing to entrust the last words. Run to the mall. Swept several mobile phone stores. Only then did I make up enough of everyone's mobile phones. The remaining few are unwilling to contact everyone. Those who leave quietly, naturally, no one will care. Fortunately, although the strange talk world didn't bring us money. But there is still an ID card. I tossed and turned on the phone card. There are more than a dozen groups of people, large and small. Finally connected dozens of lucky people. The small team action proposed by the old man. It also received a response from everyone. There were 3 or 5 people together. At least there is a care. When visiting the mall, I fork into the toilet. The world of supplementary rules has taken shape on the big screen for the first time. All speculation about the superpower. It will appear on the big screen. The completely guessed supernatural ability directly erased the outside. The highest level of daily erasure suspicion. The ability that matches the most information. As the rules fall, a big screen appeared out of thin air in the sky. Are the names of those of us at the bottom of the list. It's the person who has already guessed the same, now the person at the bottom. The ability is teleportation. The activation conditions have already been guessed. Draw the letter D with your finger. The difference is distance. There are also penetrating media conditions, etc. But these watchers are pervasive. High-speed cameras. Big data is used everywhere. It's only a matter of time before this buddy's ability is exposed, unless he never uses his abilities again. This buddy is also in our crowd. Now, his face is pale. The whole person fell into a panic. The faces of the people in the back of the line are not very good looking. Originally a plan for small team groups. Let the appearance of the big screen be directly disrupted. The guy who teleported was called Liu Yang. No one wants to form a group with him. Most people came to me, expressed his willingness to form a group with me, and tried to help me hide my abilities. I am the freest spender of these people. Eating and drinking water always costs money. It also takes time to realize abilities. Of course, it is best to find a ready-made one. I picked and wiped the beams. Finally, I chose a cold girl, a 2-dimensional boy. There is also a high school student. I invited that old man. The uncle politely refused. He feels that there is a generation gap with us young people. Poor communication. I chose a few people who were also not young to form a group. In the end, I pulled the body named Liu Yang over. Don't use the ability for now. Bet that you can survive if you don't guess more. Thank you. Thank you for your willingness to take me in. Gongsheng, stop talking nonsense. Now that it's in, just listen to the command. Let's live together. I ranked second on the screen. After all, something on the surface has been exposed. The monitors still get a lot of information. Who likes to go to the toilet at the Jian Dam? That's all 990. It can also be ranked second. The cold girl is called Lin Xu and ranks first. The two-dimensional boy is called Chen Qiang, rank 11th. The high school student Liu Yimo ranked 16th. Needless to say, Liu Ya. Last placee, the name of the person behind is already grey. Not added to the ranking. They have all been obliterated by guessing abilities. My name is Gongsheng. Let's have a good meal tonight. Then find a comfortable place to live. No matter what tomorrow holds, I have to live like a person tonight. Previous supplementary rules. Don't let the watchman disturb our normal life. It can be regarded as solving a big problem. Otherwise, a group of people will watch from the side after a meal. From time to time, he also shouted. I found a magnificent hotel. I asked for a private room. Private rooms are not a problem, as long as you are willing to pay. When ordering, I perfectly interpret the temperament of the nouveau riche. What is more expensive? I haven't seen anything. Is one who is not afraid to spend money. Lin Shui looks like a good family in the original world. Anyway, I didn't see any discomfort in him. Chen Qiang and Liu Yimo are also children of ordinary people. This kind of meal is also very surprising. Liu Yang was pressed by the death quota in the rankings. I don't even have the heart to eat. If you have anything you want to leave or explain, just write it down now. I handed him a notebook. No one is the virgin. In a pen. The purpose of everyone walking together, isn't it just for whoever died? Can you bring the last words back to the original world? Liu Yang was still hesitating. No one persuaded them. I wasn't familiar with it. A friendship that goes a long way. It's better to take care of yourself. Liu Yang silently put away a book, eating without saying a word. Compared to him, a few of us were much happier. I also asked for a bottle of wine. A little celebration. The establishment of our small team. Even if you are confident, I don't think it's crazy. His ability is the last to guess. Rather than being frightened and frightened, it's better to use the abilities you already have to enjoy first. It's good to live to the end, even if there is a man of God who can defeat me. I can't be a starving ghost, no. When I came out of the hotel, everyone looked up subconsciously, looked at the screen in the sky. The rankings of the other few people have not changed for the time being. Liu Yang jumped to 79. The last place is 80. The atmosphere of everyone's joy was diluted. After a while, there were 3 people missing from the Kung Fu. I found a luxurious hotel to stay in. Our small team is ranked the most stable, thanks to my opening money. So, there aren't many abilities exposed, especially in my money list. Add to that the pressure of disappearing from the charts. Everyone has a tacit understanding that they will no longer use their abilities. It's a pity that this strange talk world won't let us stop like this. The next morning at 8 a.m., 79th place was erased. Liu Yang became 73. Supplementary rules. Extraordinary people must use the ability more than 3 times a day. Otherwise, it will be erased. It's time for lunch. Liu Ya handed me the book. Father Gongsheng? I'm afraid I won't be able to survive today. My dad was written in the book. The phone of the public, brother. If you can go out and give me a call. Hand him this book. Just say that his son is unfilial. I can't provide for him anymore. Tears fell from his eyes. I suddenly felt sad for a moment. I also feel guilty about my cleverness. It's a pity that 2 names disappeared from the sky again. My brief sense of guilt disappeared instantly. Belief. If I can get out, I will definitely bring it to you. If I fail too, I'll give the book to someone else, until it is handed over to the last person. New rules have been added today. Each person must use the ability at least 3 times. Liu Yang said he couldn't be full. It will definitely be exposed. After the meal, he went to the toilet with me, teleported from a toilet compartment to another compartment. After that, he quietly fell on the toilet. These beasts are surveilled in the toilet. I returned to the table alone in silence. At that time, according to the 2 of them, they understood it smoothly. Liu Yang is gone. We opened another bottle of wine, tribute to this short-lived teammate. The big screen has been optimized. No need to look at the sky outdoors. As long as you look up, you can see everyone's name. There are 3 more boxes at the back. Mine has already drawn 2 check marks. Indicates that used the ability twice. Chen Qian's hawk was made by him, who had just left his sight. I don't know what his ability is. Liu Yimo disappeared in front of us for a few seconds. It is also a checkmark. Lin Xu's 3 checkmarks are all full. I didn't notice anything unusual during this time, until dinner. I've all completed the ability usage task. That ghost is priceless. No limit on the number of times you can use it is a joke. Now everyone wishes they had no ability, never use, for fear of being guessed. Only 57 names left on the list. The rest turned grey. Xian Qiang indeed. Not guessed, but he died at the hands of the Superpower. On the 3rd day, new rule updates. Supplementary rules. The supernatural can be done in any way. Identify other abilities. A 3-day absolute safety protection period will be obtained. It is not stackable. This represents mutual attacks between the lucky ones. It is no longer necessary to comply with the laws and regulations of this world. People are the best at interpreting rules. It will take time to catch other superpowers and torture them. A 3-day safety protection period is good, but directly kill all other abilities. Left alone. Isn't there no need to guess and guess? The rules have just fallen. We were attacked. Chen Qiang walked on the outside. I was poisoned. I didn't know what his ability was in the end. Fortunately, he wrote a suicide note the day before. He was lying quietly in my trouser pocket. Liu Yimo's ability to disappear in an instant saved his life. I put a dam. Who repairs her? Activate absolute defense. Took Lin Xiu and ran into the nearest police station. Those with special abilities can harm each other, but you can't hurt the rest of the world. It's amazing. The ability is concealed and does no damage. Will be attacked by other abilities. Powerful, and too easy to guess. No matter how you look at it, it's a dead word. Fortunately, my ability has no attack power. But the damage resistance is still good. What kind of ability is Lin Shui? So far it is still ranked first. Suspicion progress is a terrifying 0. And his 3 use tasks today have been completed again this day. The names on the big screen, grey, one after another. We shivered at the police station. Hide for a day. Now there are only 31 people left. Liu Yimo's ranking dropped to 30. We tacitly separated. He is young. It's not that I'm stupid. He wanted to survive. Only by pulling the first 30 into the water will you have a chance. Naturally, we don't go crazy next to one. The supernatural power. The most important thing is that none of us know about his abilities. At this time, a decent separation is the best option. He wasn't sure. Or maybe I haven't made up my mind to kill Lin Xiu and me yet. I'm not very willing to stain my hands with blood. After all, I'm safe now. I can't wander around the world anymore. You need to think about getting a hiding place. I contacted the security company at the police station. 20 cars were hired, 50 bodyguards. Having money means being willful, escorted by a group of bodyguards. Lin Shu and I successfully came to a sales office. There is a villa of its own placement, adequate security. It can block the view of the monitor. It can also be used to guard against supernatural abilities. Private houses and other people's homes are monitored. It's all illegal. It's a big deal for those watchers to analyze my sewers. You'll see what's different about my urine. Lin Shui is now temporarily safe. Outside, as the #1 on the charts, I think it's time for us to have a good talk. I believe Lin Shu can't kill me, but the final PK link is based on suspicion. He has no information exposed now, and I've already exposed 12. I will be the last to die, but I don't want to die. Lin Shu is a smart person. Naturally, you understand what I said. Seriously, why didn't you shoot me to form a team in the first place? Is it really just because I have money? In the initial setup phase, I assessed each participant's behavior patterns. The data shows that you have the best odds of winning. I only make short choices. I am kidding. Say the blind, so high grade. Your psychological tactics are quite slippery. Don't believe it. I minored in clinical psychology. In my judgment, I never saw the wrong person. What is the use of looking at people? In case I'm editing a garbage ability, guessed in minutes. Your psychology can't save your life. It's clear that you don't. And according to my previous experience, I've always had good luck. I was silent. Everyone's rules are strange. Miss you engage in metaphysics. I asked him since he thought I could win. Why come near me? Because my abilities are actually very ordinary. I don't have any ability to protect myself in this cruel game. I need someone who will live to the end, provide protection. But I have a reason to go back. Or now, I have certain key information that I have to bring back. It's not just about my personal survival. Or that some information must be brought back. It could be me. It can also be someone I trust. So the person you choose is me. Lin Shui told me. Such rules are strange. It has come more than once. The state is already in a place we don't know. Studied for a long, long time. Lin Shui is part of this research team. The quantums she was talking about. Space-time, neutrinos, etc. I don't understand it at all. But I know one thing. Their research team never been able to be in the world of rules and strange talks. Bring back any information. Information currently available. It's all from the mouths of survivors. Now he is fortunate to be here. Collect many, many data. Someone needs to bring this information back. On the big screen, Lin Shui's suspicion suddenly rose by 50. When he handed me the USB flash drive, the watcher discovered some of his abilities. Not just a monitor. I can vaguely guess. Collecting data is not just about looking at it. Scientists definitely have scientist ways of detecting. Lin Shui used her ability to have this ability. I promise you. Lin Shui smiled. We settled down at the villa, although the bodyguards are also watching us. However, it can block those who have fallen into madness. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. For Lin Shu, his suspicion progress has been increasing. I'm afraid he won't live tomorrow. I think I have to help Lin Shu. This is a different world that plays with people's hearts. Those two people are husband and wife. Guess according to the above, compare one by one. I feel like I should be able to guess. I gave Lin Shu a note. The above is the ability I guessed. I want to give her a 3-day safety period. Just kidding. What is this about? There will really be people at this life and death juncture. Is it this nonsensical ability to edit? You don't understand the world of Lao Liu and the Dog King. You can definitely bet on one if you guess. Lin Shui hesitated. In the end, I tried to guess at my insistence. The lungs will inhale 10 more gas than normal. Failed to make a decision. Don't guess me. I am a water escape ninja. Let you guess one by one. Skip me and start again. Sorry, I forgot to guess the 9th time. Lucky Man's progress increased by 20. It collapsed and Lin Shu hesitated again. Really, do you want to do this? If we guess right, that person will die. Is it really okay for us to do this? I asked you to kill people. I will take responsibility. It's none of your business. In this cruel game, this sacrifice is of great value. Lin Shui took a deep breath. I understand. How to guess next. Adjust the scale first. Lin Shui then guessed. I adjusted the proportion of inhaled gases. Oh, it's the wrong direction. I went on to guide through constant trial and error. When the takeout arrives at noon, the man's name turned grey. Ling Xiu's name flashed with golden light. His ability is every breath. The amount of oxygen inhaled in the lungs, 3 more than normally. My heart was filled with guilt. Ling Xiu's psychology is even more so. It's just that data needs to be collected. Some negative emotions need to be suppressed in the face of righteousness. At night, Liu Yimo's name turned grey. We don't even know that he was killed. It was guessed. I received more than 30 suicide notes in front of my door. Various items. These people blocked my last wish. People are really strange creatures. They trust me, but he didn't intend to miss any opportunity. And to kill me, I found that I really couldn't get rid of it. He generously took out the will. Some people were even fighting each other a moment ago. The man who was dying a moment later. But he will give the suicide note to the person who killed him. Lin Shu was about to leave the USB flash drive. He is now using a hard drive. His progress is stagnant at 50. Subject to a 3-day safety period. The superpowers outside were even more chaotic. What surprised me was the old man who proposed that everyone huddle together. Jing Ran is still alive. You ask me how I know. Spent money on news. The bodyguards outside the door watched me at the same time. You can also earn some extra money with me. You can be in the ring. Is they fast is not. In their world, they also have the spiritual blood to live. The last day of the spiritual protection period. The biggest screen experienced the most intense turmoil in the later stage. Except for a few unlucky people who make it too complicated, forgetting that his abilities were erased. The important thing is that there is an old 6. The bodyguards brought back the news. The ability of this old 6 editor is perception. He can sense the operation of other people's abilities, the energy generated. Thus, the effect, ability, and method of the ability are inferred. This guy has been silently collecting data. Just wait until the finals to explode, due to the provisions that cannot be superimposed during the safety protection period. He sent the news to the Aborigines. More than half of the rankings were instantly missing, but he wasn't very safe because his outburst exposed his abilities. The 3-day protection period has expired. It was his death. The morning of the expiration of Lin Shui's protection period, 2 people came to the door of my villa. One is the old man. One is the 6th child who senses supernatural abilities. There are only 4 of us left on the leaderboard today. There are 2 days left in the safety protection period of the 6th child. He is the safest. The old man's suspicion is also 50. Lin Shui gave me the hard drive. There is also a piece of paper with the hard drive. Gong Seng continued. My skepticism has been rising. The ability is no longer full. It won't be long. The big screen will announce all my information. Even if it is not guessed, after tomorrow, the last one will also be erased. Kong Seng, you guessed it. Exchange my death for your 3-day absolute safety period. That's enough. 1 more day is a day. I booked a luxurious dinner. Let's eat first. The old man answered with a smile. Yes, yes. It's not as good as eating. Young men, can you bring an old man? I didn't refuse the old man's request. He also called the sixth. By the way, the sixth is called Zhang Feng. The old man's name is Liu Jianguo. I ate happily. I asked the bodyguard to get my shong table. Who built the dam? Fube. I put on the ability, by the way. Complete today's task. After all the people in this room now is the world. Lin Shui left. Walk quietly. He didn't say hello to me. I still felt a little sad. Female scientists. This is to be replaced with grey hair. The old man with a beard invited. Einstein is coming. I don't want to see him either. Jiang Feng killed himself before the protection period arrived. He can't sense the details of my abilities, so it attacked me. He forgot that I hadn't gone to the toilet after finishing the seal. It didn't hurt me. Instead, I accidentally injured the little girl who helped me draw cards. It must not violate the rules of current world laws and regulations. She is higher than the security protection period rule. And the little girl is still a minor. Suddenly, Jiang Feng was harassed. I played chess with the old man all night, because we all know that PK is mandatory the next day. He is 22 ahead of me. He stayed up all night, 50%. The old man playing chess walked very peacefully. I suspect that sleepiness is also one reason. I finally learned about his abilities. The old man said, people who are no longer afraid of this world will hear it. The ability to attack him. After all, this was the best ability he could think of. After eating, I walked 100 steps. The 50 progress of being able to live 99 is to walk 100 steps. I lay quietly on the bed, waiting for hope to return. The rules talk about the will of the world. Words counter. Let me take away everything that this world has gained. Hard drive is just a matter of getting in the way. More than 2 billion yuan in large villas and bank cards is more important. Okay, God knows how much money I have paid. The hand speed is faster than Kakashi's. There is no urine at all. Consciousness slowly plunges into darkness. Vaguely, I heard the whistling wind. The sound is getting closer. I tried to discern. Finally heard that sound. Welcome to the world of rules and ghost stories. The second before, consciousness plunges into darkness. I am still thinking about it. How to spend the bank card of more than 2 billion. Should the villa's swimming pool be changed to a constant temperature? As a result, that welcome to the world of rules and strange stories. It exploded in my head like thunder. It shook my eardrums and hurt. Not to say that it survived to the end. You bring everything back to reality. The will of this world is playing right. I suddenly open my eyes. There's a scene in front of you. It is very different from the modern parallel world before it. There are no palatial villas. There are no caring bodyguards. Even my hard drive and bank card in my pocket can't touch it. The whole body is still the same set of home clothes at the beginning of the time travel. The only good thing is, all the details in my head about my abilities, I remember every word clearly. These numbers are etched in my head. It's more familiar than my own birthday. I raised my hand and touched my face. The pain is real, not a dream. Look around. I was in a huge amphitheater. The floor of the arena is icy black metal, surrounded by layers of stands. It's just that there are no watchers in the stands. There was only a grey fog. Countless eyes can be vaguely seen in the fog. We are in the center of the arena. That's right, it's us. Except for me in the arena. There were also 11 people standing here in 2s and 3s. Everyone has the same fault on their faces as I do. Respect. There is also a trace of ruthlessness that crawled out of the life and death situation. You don't have to think about it. These people should be like me. It's all from different rules and strange stories. The winner who lives to the end, and we are now. It fell into the second game set by the will of the world. Indeed, it was not. The next second is a cold, mechanical sound. It sounded in every corner of the arena. The same as the last rule tip. It's just that the content is more cold and cruel. The second round of rules is strange talk about supernatural ability games. Rule 1. All participants are the winners of each strange story. Comes with the original monster story. To unlock the ability retains the effect of the original activation condition and the cost attached. The will of the world will be tested twice. Those who forget their abilities are directly erased. Huh? There is no monitoring and guessing link in this bureau. Participants need to defeat other opponents with their abilities. Rule 3. In the process of gambling, you can use your own abilities to talk about world resources. Real-world items are prohibited. Violators are directly erased. The Rule 4 arena will randomly refresh the rules cards. Cards can be modified temporarily. Single rule. Single effect. Card effects are not stackable. Rule 5. There is no team limit in this bureau. You can form an alliance or be assassinated. The alliance will take effect after verbal confirmation by both parties. The stabbed side gains 50 of the stabbed's ability. Rule 6. Modify all rules. The last surviving participant will be the successor to the will of the world. Take control of all the strange worlds. Modify all rules. You can choose to return to reality with all the gains. Never be a sign of strange talk. Rule 7. The Bureau has no laws and regulations restricting all behavior. Survival is the first criterion. The rule man Bopen officially began. The countdown is 72 hours. The moment the mechanical sound fell, the ground of the arena clicked. More than a dozen cards with blue light floated out of the cracks in the ground, randomly scattered around the corner, and there was an extra piece of information in my mind. Everything I brought from the last strange story has not disappeared. Instead, it is temporarily sealed by the will of the world. As long as I can survive to the end in this game, not only can you get back those wealth and hard drives, it can also have the ability to control strange stories. As for Lin Shu's hard drive, I only now understand what was given to me. It gave me more than just the research data of the last strange story. I am afraid there are also secrets about the will of the world. It's just that I haven't had time to see it yet. A cold voice sounded. Oh, world, this is using us as pawns. Tired of playing round after round. One who spoke was a man in a black trench coat. He leaned against a metal pillar in the arena. A dagger with a cold light was held between his fingers. His eye swept over everyone present with strong guard. Apparently, in the last strange story, survived by pure killing. Another child who looks like he is only 12 or 13 years old licked his lips. His eyes were fixed on those rule cards. The voice is immature but ruthless. It doesn't matter what kind of game he is. The one who can survive to the end is the boss. I want all those cards. Talking about the child's feet, the figure instantly turned into an afterimage, rushed towards the card closest to him, and at the moment he moved. A strong man next to him also moved. His arm instantly swelled several times. A punch was smashed into the child's back. Even the little kid who roared in his mouth dared to grab it from me. The child seems to have expected it. The figure twisted suddenly, dodged the big man's fist. At the same time, he raised his hand and waved his hand. A silver thread shot out from his fingertips around the big man's wrist. The big man was in pain. Roar. The suddenly exerted force. I want to tear the thread, but the silk thread is extremely tough. Instead, it gets tighter and tighter, but in the eyes, the two of them fought together, and the others also moved. Someone rushes to the car. Some people first observe their opponents around them. Others attacked directly at the people around them. The arena was instantly chaotic. The light of the ability came and went. The shouts and screams continued one after another. I stood still. It's not that I'm afraid, but that I'm analyzing the situation. 11 opponents present. All of them climbed out of the situation of life. and death. Their abilities are definitely not simple, and to live to the end, either the ability is strong enough to chase the strange, or the mind is strong enough. It has both. My current strength is, my ability has absolute defense. As long as I seal and shout that slogan, can always be on the defensive until the next time I pee. And those details that come with my ability, for example, the formation of Escherichia coli paramecium. The opponent would never think of it or perceive it. This is my hidden card. But my disadvantages are also obvious. My ability isn't offensive at all, and only defend. Want to beat your opponent? It can only be outwitted, rely on rule cards, or be stabbed by forming an alliance. And the duration of that absolute defense, it's all up to me when I pee. If this is discovered by the opponent, will be my Achilles heel. So now is the wisest thing to do. It's not rushing up to grab the cards. It's not hard with others. Instead, find a hidden place first. Observe the abilities of each opponent. Identify their weaknesses. While waiting for the right moment, pick up a rule card. Give yourself an edge. There are many metal bunkers around the arena. I took advantage of the crowd's melee. Move quickly under your feet. Hide it behind a huge metal shield. This shield should have been left over from the last game. The latter half is enough to block most of the ability attacks. After hiding, I began to observe the situation on the field carefully. Keep each opponent's abilities and characteristics in mind, though. The man in the black trench coat. The ability should be related to speed. His figure is ridiculously fast. The dagger can easily cut through the skin of the strong man. Apparently, the dagger was also blessed by his ability. For the time being, call him a speedman. That 3-year-old child. The ability is to manipulate the silver thread. The silk thread is tough and corrosive. The big man's arm had been corroded out of a blood hole. For the time being, call him a silk boy. The ability of the strong man is the gigantic of the body. The power is infinite, and the skin is rough, and the flesh is thick. Corroded by silk threads is only minor injuries. For the time being, call him Julian. There is also a woman in a white dress. His ability is healing. Can repair your own and others' wounds in an instant. 2 men were forming an alliance around him. I want to fight a protracted battle with his healing ability. Call him a healing girl for the time being. A Sven man with glasses, holding a notebook in his hand. As long as he writes something in a notebook, the corresponding person will be punished accordingly. For example, he wrote about so-and-so's left leg cramps. The man who rushed over to grab the card, he fell to the ground in an instant. The left leg twitched continuously. This ability is extremely different. Call him the note-taking man for the time being. There is also a bald man. It can summon all kinds of firearms out of thin air. Pistols, rifles, and shooting guns are all available, but sparks flew on the metal ground. Call her a firearm bald for the time being. The remaining few people also have their own abilities. There is a flame girl who can control flames, a water escape man who can control the flow of water, an invisible person who can be invisible, a predictor of the short future. There's also a middle-aged woman who looks ordinary, always stands still, neither grab cards nor attack others. Just looked at everyone calmly. The presence is so low that it is almost negligible. Call her transparent girl for the time being. These people's abilities are either extremely aggressive, or there is an auxiliary effect of chasing differences compared with all. My absolute defense is secret, but it's hard to win. Just as I was observing, the note-taking man, it seems to have found me hiding behind the cover. He raised his eyes to look in my direction. The corners of the mouth are hooked. A sneer. The pen in his hand quickly wrote something in his notebook. I chuckled in my heart. Reacted instantly. Immediately build a dam. Whoever repairs the voice falls. An invisible barrier instantly enveloped me, and almost at the same time, I felt my throat. It was like being choked by an invisible hand. Dyspnea. There was also a sharp pain in my head. The notebook man wrote about me in his notebook. Just because my absolute defense works, the effects of his abilities were negated by half. Only a faint pain remained. The notebook man saw that I was fine. A hint of strangeness flashed in his eyes. Obviously, I didn't expect my ability defense to be so strong. Frowned. What else do you want to write? But he was taken to the town by the flame girl. The flame girl raised her hand and waved it. A huge fireball smashed towards the notebook man, shouted not to make small moves. Solve your trouble first. The note-taker had to give up on me. Quickly, write down fireballs in a notebook. Dissipates to the fireball that comes crashing, instantly turned into a wisp of blue smoke, hid without a trace. The flame girl saw this, roared angrily. Several more fireballs were shot towards the notebook man. The two instantly fought together. I breathed a sigh of relief. At the same time, I was more vigilant. This noteman's ability is too tricky. It must be resolved sooner, otherwise it will become everyone's threat. And at this moment, I noticed not far from me, a rule card floats around. The blue light on the cards is particularly dazzling. The effect of this card flashed in my head. Temporary modification of the rules. The ability activation condition temporarily expires, lasts 5 minutes. This card is simply a gold card. If you can get it in these 5 minutes, all opponents cannot activate abilities, and I have launched an absolute defense because I have already launched an absolute defense. As long as the defense does not disappear, can be done during this time. Whatever you want to do, you must not miss it. The time will not come again. I took a look at the situation on the field. Everyone was fighting with each other. No one noticed the card. And the invisible man, it seems to be moving in the direction of the card. Wait, this card is also on the town. I can't let him get it. Although my ability is not aggressive, but I still have legs. I did my best. Rush towards that card. The speed of the invisible man is very fast. But I'm closer to the cards. At the moment when his hand was about to touch the card, I pounced on it, grabbed the card in his hand. Cards. A cold message instantly came into my mind. The effect of the card has been confirmed. At the same time, I also know how to use it. Just crush the cards. The effect is immediate. The invisible man didn't expect me to rush out of nowhere. Obviously enraged, an invisible attack came towards me. Hit on my absolute defense barrier. There was a muffled bang. The barrier is not moving. I squeeze the cards. Smile in the direction of the invisible person. Brother, thanks. I accepted this card. Without hesitation, I crushed the cards in my hand. Ruler cards take effect. All participants' ability activation conditions are temporarily invalidated. Last 5 minutes. The countdown begins. The moment the mechanical sound sounded, all the light of the ability in the arena disappeared in an instant. Those who were fighting, all of them were frozen in place. The flame girl's fireball stopped in mid-air. It turned into green smoke. The water flow of the water escape man fell to the ground instantly. Splash a splash! The dagger of the speed man slipped out of his hand. Fall on the metal floor. Make a crisp sound. Yuliman's swollen arm instantly returned to its original state. The whole person fell to the ground because of inertia. The silver silk thread wrapped around the silk copper broke instantly. Floating in the air, the healing light of the healing woman disappeared. The two men beside him instantly lost their protection. I was caught off guard by the bald head of the firearm next to me, fell to the ground on the spot. The pen in the notebook man's hand stopped at the notebook. I couldn't write a word anymore. The pride on his face instantly turned into horror. The sniper rifle and the bald head of the firearm disappeared instantly. Towering was at a loss in place. The seer's closed eyes suddenly opened. His face was full of fan-run. The transparent woman still stood in place. It's just that there is a hint of imperceptible surprise in his eyes, and the invisible man was invalid because of his ability. The figure was instantly revealed. He's a thin and tall man. His face was full of struggles. He is viciously attacking me. 5 minutes is enough to do a lot. I knew this was my only chance. It must be in these 5 minutes. Solve several tricky opponents. Carve the way for your subsequent survival. My first target was the note-taking man. His abilities are too different. Just give him a chance. He can easily solve Everyone. It must be removed first, and then fast. I rushed towards the note man. He was disabled because of his ability. There is no ability to resist at all. You can only turn around and run. But his speed is not as fast as mine. I caught up with him in a few steps. Raise your foot and put it on his back. Bring him to the ground. The notebook man looked back at me. The eyes were full of fear, shouting that you can't kill me. I can ally with you. It can help you solve everyone. I sneered. Forget about the alliance. I can't trust people like you. Bent down to pick up the pen on the ground. Stabbed directly into his chest. The note man's body froze instantly. The light in his eyes slowly dissipated. His soul was sucked away by the will of the world. The body turned into a wisp of blue smoke, disappeared into the arena, solved the note man. My second self-target was the bald head of the firearm. He is too aggressive, and there are all kinds of firearms in hand, although the ability is no longer valid. But if you wait for his ability to recover, I'm going to be in trouble. The bald head of the firearm was hiding behind a bunker at this time, trying to find your firearm, but it turned out to be of no use at all. When I rushed over, he picked up a metal pipe on the ground and smashed it at me. I raised my hands to block it. A backhand punch hit him in the face. Break the bridge of his nose. The gun was unloaded and fell to the ground with a scream. I didn't give him a chance. He raised his foot and slammed it on his head a few times, until his body turned into green smoke and disappeared. Next is the silk winding tube. This child is ruthless, and the ability is extremely difficult. Keeping him is also a scourge. The Silk Boy was trying to hide in the gap in the arena at this time. I quickly caught up with him. He looked back at me. His eyes were full of resentment. You dare to kill me. Wait for my ability to recover. I'll definitely chop you into meat sauce. I grabbed his arm, lift him up. Fell the metal ground. You don't have a chance. The child's body is very light. The fall directly broke several of his bones. His body also turned into a wisp of green smoke and disappeared. Just 2 minutes. I solved 3 of the trickiest opponents. Others in the arena. They were all frightened by my ruthlessness. All of them hid far away. Don't dare to come near me. And when the invisible person approached me to solve other people, sneaked away, hid on the other side of the arena, obviously afraid that I would attack him. I took a look. There are still 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the countdown. I didn't continue killing the rest of the time. Instead, start collecting rule cards scattered everywhere. I just crushed one. There are still a lot of cards in the arena now. I quickly picked up 4 pieces. It is a temporary modification of the rules. Increases the power of your abilities by 100. Lasts 3 minutes. Temporary modification of the rules. Can block an opponent's ability to perceive. Lasts 10 minutes. Temporarily modify the rules to replace the attachment of its own abilities. The transfer of the price to an opponent takes effect once. Temporary modification of the rules. The arena randomly refreshes a strange story, a rare resource in the world. Each of these 4 cards has its own use. It can save lives at critical moments. Just as I was picking up the last card, the countdown is over. The rule card effect expires. All participants' abilities return to normal. The mechanical sound sounded again. The light of the ability in the arena lit up again. Those remaining opponents, they all looked at me with horror and vigilance, especially the Flame Girl and Shoran. Their eyes were full of murderous intent, obviously saw me as the biggest threat. The healing woman suddenly spoke. Her voice was cold. Boy, you killed my people. I want you to pay for your life. Just now, when I solved the bald head of the firearm, by the way, he solved an ally around him. He obviously held a grudge against me. The healing woman also has an ally by her side. It was the Forerunner. The Forerunner looked at me. I saw it. I see it. You will die under the flames and blades. I sneered, didn't I? Then I want to see if your prediction is accurate. I sneered. Seal again. Shout slogans. Confirm that your absolute defense is still there. Now, I haven't peed yet. Absolute defense will always be in effect. Their attack didn't hurt me at all. A flame girl raised her hand and waved it. Several huge fireballs smashed towards me. The plain blade flashed his vigor. Holding a dagger, he rushed towards me. The dagger glowed with a cold light. Obviously, it was blessed with supernatural abilities. A healing woman is behind. Bless the healing effect for the two of them. Prevent them from getting hurt. The fireball hit my absolute defensive barrier. There was a muffled sound with a bang. The barrier is not moving. The dagger of the plain blade pierced the barrier. There was a ding. The dagger was ejected. Zubian's arm was numb from shock. He retreated again and again. The flame girl's face was full of disbelief. How can it be? Why is your defense so strong? His fireball is powerful. Even if it's the body of a strong man, can also be burned by him. But I can't even break my defense barrier. I raised my hand. Take out the card that increases the power of its own ability by 100. Crushed him. Nothing is impossible. Just rely on your ability. You still want to kill me. In an instant I felt like I was an absolute barrier of defense. Become more robust. And there is one more information in my mind. Those effects attached to my abilities. It also increased by 100. Other words. Now, if I pee, there will be 332 ml more urine. Lose 10 hairs, 6 eyebrows, Polisi, 200 red blood cells. Generate 16 E. coli for paramecia. 2 H20 molecules. There are also 198 million. But now is not the time to think about that. In my hands, there is also a price attached to one's own ability. Cards transferred to an opponent. I set my sights on the flame girl. I crush this one. The card was silently thought. Transfer the collateral cost of my abilities to the flame girl. Rule cards take effect. The ability is transferred to the participant at a cost. The moment the flame female mechanical sound sounded, the flame girl's face suddenly turned pale. Her hair began to fall out a lot. The eyebrows also began to fall out. She screamed with a headache. My head hurts so much. Why is my hair falling out so much? I laughed secretly in my heart. That's the price attached to my ability. Although these costs seem insignificant, appeared suddenly, it can still cause a lot of trouble to the opponent, especially the flame girl. Now activating the ability, suddenly affected by these costs, the ability is instantly disordered. The fireball he sent out instantly lost control, smashed towards the plain blade next to him. The plain blade can't dodge. He was hit in the arm by a fireball. A big hole was burned out in an instant. He roared in pain. The healing woman wants to heal him, but I was hit in the wrist by a piece of metal I threw out. The light of healing disappeared in an instant. Take advantage of this opportunity. I rushed towards them, although my ability is not aggressive. But I can take advantage of the environment. Take advantage of the contradictions between them. He sat down to reap the profits of the fisherman. The situation in the arena is once again chaotic. The flame girl was transferred to pay a price. The state plummeted. The plain blade was burned by a fireball. Dissatisfied with the flame girl, there was a gap between the two. The healing girl was too busy to take care of herself. It is simply impossible to help them anymore. And that giant man had this opportunity. Rushed towards the flame girl. I want to avenge the previous corruption of silk threads. I hid aside. Observe the situation again. Meantime, pay attention to the transparent woman who has always had a low sense of existence. This woman is so strange. From the beginning of Boban to the present, she kept standing still, neither grabbing cards nor attack others. He didn't even activate his ability once. It seems that this game has nothing to do with him. He can live from the ghost story to the end. Absolutely impossible to be an ordinary person. His ability is probably even more chasing than that of the Noteman. It's just that he has been hiding, refusing to be exposed. And the invisible man, since the ability was restored, never appeared again, apparently observing secretly, wait for the opportunity to be stabbed. A little bit of it passes. There are fewer and fewer people in the arena. Hugh Liman solved the Flame Girl, but he was attacked by an amateur. He died on the spot. The amateur solved Julian. He also played with the healing female prophet. In the end, all three were injured in both defeats, were all secretly solved by the invisible people. After the invisible man solved them, I was about to rush towards me, but it was solved by a transparent woman who suddenly made a move. There's not even a chance to resist. Just a few hours, 11 opponents in the arena. There are only 2 people left, the transparent woman and me. There are less than 48 hours left in the 72-hour countdown. The arena became extremely quiet, only icy metal ground. There are also rules scattered throughout, traces of cards and abilities. The transparent woman finally walked out of place. She walked towards me step by step. There is still a calm smile on his face, as if just taking a walk. The transparent woman spoke. Her voice was gentle. It doesn't match her aura at all. You are strong, stronger than I thought. I looked at him. My heart was full of vigilance. You are not bad either. Hidden for so long, finally willing to make a move. Tell me what your ability is. Don't hide it anymore. Ow. There are only the 2 of us left in the arena. No need to install it anymore. Cast out. I'm stopped, standing 10 meters away from me. He raised his hand and straightened the broken hair in front of his forehead and said softly, "My ability is actually very simple. It's called non-existence. From the beginning of Boban to the present. You should have found out too. No one will notice me. Even if you notice, will also be quickly forgotten. After my ability is activated, all opponents will subconsciously ignore me, even if I stand in front of them. They will also think that I am air." I chuckled in my heart. Indeed, it is so. This ability is too terrifying. No sense of presence means he can be close to his opponent anytime and anywhere. Launch a sneak attack, and the opponent is unaware. The invisible man just now ignored him. Will be solved by him. Then I asked, "Why are you only exposed now?" The transparent woman said lightly, "Because it's not necessary. While everyone else is around, I just need to hide myself. It would be good to sit back and reap the profits of fishermen, because you have noticed me, and remembered me. So I don't need to hide it anymore." That's how I understood. It turns out that his ability also has weaknesses. As long as the opponent clearly notices him and remember his presence, his existence will be nullified. I continued to ask, "What is your method? You can't just rely on no sense of existence." "There is no attack ability. My attack method is rule control." The corners of the transparent woman's mouth curled up with a smile. In fact, I didn't come out of ordinary ghost stories. I am a candidate for succession to the last world will. It's just that, in the end, one step short of success. So it was thrown into a new strange story by the will of the world. My ability has no existence except for non-existence. You can also slightly control the rules. For example, I can modify the cost of your ability. It can also temporarily disable your absolute defenses. The words fell. I instantly felt my absolute defense barrier started shaking. An invisible force trying to tear my barrier, and my hair started to fall out a lot. The eyebrows are also falling out. It was even more violent than the price transferred to the Flame Girl before. I was shocked. It's not good that he can really control the rules. Then he immediately took out that one, a card that blocks an opponent's ability perception. Crushed him. Target the transparent woman. Rule cards take effect. Blocked the participant's transparent female ability perception. Last 10 minutes. The moment the mechanical sound sounded, the smile on the transparent woman's face disappeared instantly. He frowned, obviously felt that his ability perception was blocked. You can no longer control the rules. I can't tear my absolute defenses apart. And the discomfort in my body disappeared in an instant. Hair and eyebrows also no longer fall out. A hint of friendship flashed in the transparent woman's eyes. Oh, you still have this kind of card. Obviously didn't expect me to have so many whole cards in my hand. I sneered. Soldiers are about to stop it. Heavens and the earth covers it. You are in control of the rules. I can block your perception. No one is worse than anyone. The transparent woman's face became gloomy. She knew in those 10 minutes. Her ability perception is blocked. It doesn't pose a threat to me at all. And my absolute defense is still there. He can't hurt me either. The transparent woman said, even if you block my perception, you will still die after 10 minutes. My rules are in control. It's not something that ordinary cards like you can resist. The power of the world's will is not what you can imagine. I looked at him lightly. Then give it a try. In those 10 minutes, I have countless ways to solve you. Saying that, I rushed towards the transparent woman. Although my ability doesn't attack, I also have an arena random refresh in my hand. A card that talks about rare resources in the world. I can take advantage of this card. Refresh an offensive resource to deal with him. The transparent woman saw this. Immediately turned around and ran. He was fast. Obviously, there is also a blessing in terms of speed. I was chasing after him. At the same time, he crushed the card with the rare resource. Rule cards take effect. Arenas refresh randomly. Strange talk about the world's rare resource ability amplification sword. Supernatural Amplification Sword temporarily grants the wielder an offensive ability. A single sword can cut through all ability barriers. Lasts 10 minutes. 2 long swords with golden light fall from the sky of the arena. It landed right in front of me. I grabbed the long sword. Instantly felt a powerful force flooded into my body. A golden sword chi appeared in my hand. This sword energy is enough to cut off all ability barriers. Transparent girl saw the ability amplification sword in my hand. The face turned pale instantly. She knew that she had really met her opponent this time. She no longer runs away. Instead, he turned to face me, trying to break through my card shield in those 10 minutes. Regain control of the rules. I won't give her that chance. I raised my hand and waved it. A golden sword chi shot towards the transparent woman. The transparent woman tried to resist with her body, but it was instantly penetrated by the sword energy. His body turned into a wisp of green smoke and wanted to escape. But it is locked by the power of the world's will. Zhou is drained, completely disappeared into the arena. Zolv, the transparent woman. I was the only one left in the arena. The icy mechanical sound sounded in the arena. Congratulations to the participants. Survive the 72-hour game. Be the sole winner. Unlocks the world's will a privilege. Better to choose. One becomes the successor of the world's will. Take control of all strange worlds. Modify all rules to return to the real world with all the gains. Never be blamed. Two options also appeared in my head. Become the heir of the world's will. Take control of all the weird stories. Sounds tempting. Have the supreme right. All rules can be modified. No more fear of being called up by strange stories. Can even control the life and death of others. But I thought of Lin Shui. Thought of Liu Yang. Thought of Chen Qiang. I thought of Liu Jianguo. I thought of those who died in the ghost story. Some of them just want to live. Some just want to bring the last words back to reality. Some just want to collect data for the country. The world has always regarded people as pawns. If you get tired of playing a race, I don't want such rights. And I am just an ordinary person. Before the time travel, it was just a home watching the war. On the top, discuss who is more powerful than the red dog or the Whitebeard. All I want is to take my wealth with me. With Lin Shu's hard drive back to the real world. Live a stable life. Either way, help Lin Shu fulfill his wish. Give the research data to his team. Let them decipher the secrets of the world of strange stories. Prevent more people from being caught up in strange stories. Forthwith, I chose the second option without hesitation. I chose to return to the real world. Select confirm. All gains are being unsealed for the participants. Open the real world return channel. The moment the mechanical sound fell, sky of the arena was torn open by a huge cracker. The familiar breath of the real world came from the cracks. At the same time, everything I had previously sealed all returned to me. Lin Shui's hard drive. That bank card has more than 2 billion. And the things I bought in the world of strange stories. Even my sealing gesture and my ability is also completely preserved. The will of the world has also been optimized for my abilities. Remove the cost of being monitored by the whole people. My abilities are now only mine. No more worrying about being guessed and dying. I glanced back at the icy arena, glanced at the opponents who died in Bogan. My heart is mixed. Rules, stories are never a game. It's a matter of life and death. Can survive. They all climbed out by stepping on other people's corpses. I lifted my foot and walked into the return passage. The crack slowly closed behind me. The sight of the arena slowly faded away. Instead, familiar city streets take their place. There was also the sound of car horns in my ears. The murmur of the crowd. I am really back to the real world. I looked down at myself. Home clothes on the body. It became the casual outfit I wore before the crossing. Holding Lin Shu's hard drive in his hand. In his pocket is the bank card of more than 2 billion. And my ability. It's still very clear in my mind. I walked to a convenience store on the side of the road. Bought a bottle of water. By the way, I took a look at the electronic clock at the convenience store. Time shown above is the moment I traveled. There is no deviation for a minute. It seems like all my previous experiences in the world of strange stories. It's just a dream. But the hard drive and bank card in hand and the abilities in my head are telling me, then everything is real. I took out my phone. The mobile phone still has electricity for me. Dialect, the phone number that Lin Shu left on the hard drive. The phone rang a few times. Picked up. A calm man's voice came from over there. Which one am Gongseng Lin Shu's friend? He asked me to hand over a study data to you. There was silence on the other end of the phone for a few seconds. Then there was an excited voice. Mr. Gongseng, you are alive. Lin Shu? How is she? We haven't been able to contact her for a long time. We've been talking to her softly for a long time. I said softly. I felt sad in my heart. Lin Shu, she was in a strange story. She asked me to give you this hard drive. It contains the research data she has collected in the world of strange stories. There are also secrets about the will of the world. The other end of the phone was silent again. A long time passed. Only then did a heavy sigh come from. We got it. Mr. Gongseng, thank you for taking the trouble to tell me your location. We will send someone to pick you up immediately. By the way, a funeral was held for Lin Shu. He is a hero to our team. I told them my location. Hung up the phone, leaning against the door of the convenience store, looking at the traffic in front of me. I have mixed feelings in my heart. It didn't take long. A black commercial vehicle stopped in front of me. A few people in white coats got out of the car. They saw the hard drive in my hand. Eyes were full of excitement and reverence. They took me to the car. Go to the research base where Lin Shu is. The research base is in a deep mountain, heavily guarded. There are many scientists like Lin Shu in IT. They are all working hard to crack the secrets of the world of strange stories. I gave them the hard drive. They immediately began researching, and I stayed at the base. Lin Shu's funeral was very simple. Only people from the research team participated. Everyone had sadness on their faces. I stood in front of Lin Shu's tombstone, placed a white chrysanthemum on the tombstone. Lin Shi said softly, "I did it. I brought your data back. I will help you fulfill your wish. You can rest in peace the days after that. I'm in the research base. Talk about all your experiences in the world," told those scientists. Rules including abilities, including the secret of the world's will, and they also based on Lin Shu's hard drive and my experience. Solve the many puzzles in a world of strange stories. He has developed a way to prevent the signs of being talked about. There are also skills for surviving in ghost stories, and I also use my abilities and wealth. It is a research base, provided a lot of funding and support. Let them research faster how to crack strange stories. My abilities also come in handy in the real world. I can use absolute defense, protect yourself and those around you. You can also use your abilities to make money. Each time it is sealed, shout out that damn who, fix the toilet. There will be 990 more in the bank card. In time, my wealth is growing, and I also put the money. Most of them were donated to research bases. There are also families who have lost loved ones in ghost stories. Occasionally, I still watch the top war at home. It's just that every time I see the seal gesture on the screen, I will think of those days in the world of strange stories. Think of Lin Shui. Think of Liu Yang. Think of those who died. I also occasionally make seals. Shout out that damn who. Repair feels the barrier of absolute defense. Feel the reality that you are still alive. I sat on the roof of the research base that day, watching the sunset in the distance, holding Lin Shu's photo in his hand. She in the photo. There was a faint smile on his cold face. Ah, gust of wind blew. The familiar sound seemed to come from my ears again. Welcome to the world of rules and ghost stories. But I was no longer afraid, because I know I have survived the ghost story. I have the ability to protect myself and those around me. I will always work hard. Let more people no longer be told about strange signs, no longer experience those life and death. And who built the dam? It's no longer my life-saving slogan in ghost stories. It's proof that I live. It is my memorial to those who died in ghost stories. Life goes on. The threat of strange stories may still exist. But I will always carry Lin Shu's wish, with the hope of those who died. Live, well, guarding is real. The real world is full of fireworks. After all, you can live. Ah, that's nice.